This is lesson 37 for the 5th grade worksheet we'll now be covering. So the first part is just find the missing numbers. So you have 933 minus 223. We're looking for the difference because that's a missing number. So here, when you get a problem like this, you just subtract normally. So you get 3 minus 3 equals 0, 3 minus 2 equals 1, and then 9 minus 2 equals 7. The answer is just 710. But here, at number 2, you don't get this number. You're actually looking for it. So when you get a problem where you get the first number and you get the third number, but you don't get the second number, you just do the first number minus the second number. Minus the third number. So do 7,676 minus 7,537. So then you do 6 minus 7. So you carry over the 1 from the 7, you get 16. 16 minus 7 is 9, and then so forth. 6 minus 3 equals 3, 6 minus 5 equals 1, and then 7 minus 7 equals 0. So the answer to number 2 is 139. So the answer for number 2 is 139. So, yeah. And if you add 139 plus 7,537, you'll get 7,676. So that's how you know you're correct. And then there's also a problem like number 3, where you get a missing value minus 521 equals 1,800. To solve it, when you're missing the first number, you just add the two numbers here. So you add 1,800 plus 521. So you get 21, then 8 plus 5 is 13. So the answer is just 2,321. And you know if you're correct if you just do 2,321 minus 521, you'll get 1,800. So yeah, that's how you solve these problems. Here you got multiplying fractions. This is really simple. So the first one, you have 3/9 times 4/5. And all you have to do is just multiply the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. What I mean by that is that you do 3 times 4, which is 12, and then 9 times 5, which is 45. And make sure you simplify your fractions, because you got 12 and 45. They do have a common multiple of 3. So if you divide the top and bottom by 3, so 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 45 divided by 3 is 15. So make sure you simplify your fractions. Here we have 9/15 times 5/14. Okay. We get a problem like this. If you notice that like 5 and 15, they share a common factor of 5, you can actually simplify them. So you actually just go like this. You divide 5 by 5 because they have a common multiple of 5. You just divide by whatever common multiple they have. So 5 divided by 5 equals 1, and 5. And then you got 15 divided by 5 equals 3. And then you just do 9 times 1, which is 9, and then 3 times 14, which is, it's 42. Yeah, it's 42. And then you can also simplify this even further to get like, because they both have a common multiple of 3, so you divide the top and bottom by 3, so you should get 3 over 14. And even if you didn't simplify it, you would have had to do 9 times 5 equals 45, and then 15 times 14, I don't want to do that in my head, 15 times 14, you would have got 210. See this? And you could have simplified it to like 3/14 too, because if you divide 45 divided by 9, you get 3. No, sorry, you get 5. Wait, sorry, I did it wrong. You do 45 divided by 15, you get 3. You divide the top and bottom by 15, sorry. So you 45 divided by 15 equals 3, and 210 divided by 15, you get 14. But that's so much math, so that's why you just simplify it at the beginning. So yeah, that's how you do multiplying fraction. Now we have dividing by decimals. Here it's pretty basic. So you have some number divided by 4 equals 0.1. And when you're missing the first number for dividing, you just multiply 4 times 0.1, or whatever. You multiply this number by that number. So that means it's 0.1. No, sorry, 0.4. Because 4 times 0.1. Sorry. Because when you do 0.1 times 4, you get 0.1. We have 0.4 because 1 times anything is just that number. So 1 times 4 equals 4, and then you just add this point with 0 point because it's 0.1. Same thing for here. You have some number divided by 2 equals 0.2. Since we're missing the first number, you just multiply 2 times 0.2. 0.2 times multiplied by 2. You do 2 times 2, that's 4. And then you add the decimal, which is 0. The answer is 0.4 again. But then if you go to number 4 here, you have is 1.8 divided by some number, and you get 0.6. You get a problem like this, you actually just divide. So you do 1.18 divided by, sorry, 1.8 divided by 0. Divided by 0.6. And when you get that, you should get like 0.3. So that's how you do this part. So basically, when you're missing the first number, you just do both numbers and multiply them together. When you're missing the second number, you take the first number and you divide it by the last number. And when you're missing the third number, well, which you won't, but if you're ever missing the third number, you just divide it. So it's pretty simple. Now here we're just writing the 5-digit number. So we have 6,000 plus 400 plus 30 plus 1 plus 0.3. Now I like to do it from like left to the right. So we have 6,000. It says 6,000 is in the thousandth place, and it's not in the same place as these ones. Just write 6. If I can, yeah. And every after 1,000, we just put a comma. And then we have 400, and 400 is in the hundredth place, so you write it at the third place. 30 is in the tenth place, so you write it at the second place. And then 1 is in the ones place, so you write it in the first place right here. But then you have 0.3, so then you would just put a decimal, and you put 3. That's how you do it. Same thing for here. We got 10, which is in the tens place, so you put it in the second place. In this case, it would just be the first place on the left. Here, it would be the 5, which is in the one place, so you put it right after the 10. And then you have 0.4, so you put 4 there, and a decimal there too. And 0.07, so you have the 7 right after 4 because it's in the hundredths place. And then you just add the 3 at the end. I'll explain it really quickly. So here we got the hundredths place, then we got the thousandths place, hundredths place, tenths place, ones place. And then here after the decimal you got the tenths place, hundredths place, and thousandths place. There's no ones place right after the decimal. It just starts off as tenths and then hundredths. So yeah, that's how you do this part. Thank you for watching.